let us begin. Welcome everyone to Game 4 of the Max Rando Tournament Finals between Sawneyrath and Chadbert. Will Sawneyrath take the tournament tonight, or will Chadbert force a Game 5 tomorrow? We will find out soon, and I will hand it off to TAH and Alendar.
Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's looking forward to maybe the last game, maybe not. Either way, we're going to have a new champion at some point in this tournament.
Oh, yes. Gotta love having brand new champions, brand new pretty much everything. It's really nice. I love it.
Yeah, both of these runners sort of prove their worthiness by taking down at least one previous champion on the way here. So it's gonna be good to see somebody take it home either today or tomorrow, if not today. In addition, we're also going to have a predictions champion who, I was doing some napkin math, will be someone who is present today. The current top 3 leaders of the predictions are our tracker JLo, Chadbert, and Sawneyrath. Oh
yeah, I think it's going to be JLo, but well, look at that. 6 gems. Okay.
Okay, this is like an extremely free seed. We're gonna have to beat some palaces, but we've got a glove, we've got fairy spell. I mean, our runners really have everything they need to just start smashing palaces, but they're gonna need to do all 6 of them today, so we will need to find Reflect somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be near boss rush mode today, so I kind of called that on the last stream, kind of at the end, is we're gonna have either a slog or a 6 gem, or kind of the 2.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we get a lot of fairly easy 6 gemmers and then like 0 gemmers that still take an hour because they're a hot mess.
Oh yeah, of course. So we're looking at what canyon to start on the west?
Yeah, not sure if there's actually any good ways across the canyon so far.
No, we picked up a raft. I don't think we've seen a raft. I think we saw the Maze Island Bridge, but...
Yeah, the bridge was on the east, so if raft exists, it's going to be on the west side.
Yeah. Yeah, then there's Saria. In another town after that. Oh, man, it's the wrong side of Saria.
Yeah, they do have ferry, but not enough to get across. Oh, man, that was Reflect. Okay, raft sighting, but raft is boots blocked. And also, Thunder and Fairy are, I guess they started with, I'm going to say Thunder and Reflect. Both immediately found, both require spell items, so we're going to be on some more hunting. We're going to be going east to go and get our Thunder spell.
Mm-hmm.
And Chadbert picked up a 150 bag, which gave him enough magic to cast Fairy. So he's going to be getting downstab immediately. A little surprised Sony didn't go get either of those 2 spell hints.
Yeah, he got the trophy one. He didn't get the medicine one, though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he went through and got the trophy, but I mean, they're probably gonna need both of these. And it kind of looks like
definitely need Reflect.
Yeah, it kind of looks like right off the bat here. There's not a ton of places you can go. It doesn't look like there's a good way across the canyon without crossing Saria, so Sonny's just gonna have to farm out some XP for Fairy Spell, it looks like. I think that bridge just sort of leads to a little annex.
Yeah, it looks like Chad's gotten really lucky. Well, really lucky, but fairly lucky with the P bags. So 233 compared to 211 now.
I missed where I know we got the trophy on the east. I missed where the medicine hint was.
I
this cave might
completely
cross.
missed it too.
Oh, nope. This cave is Heart Container Cave. Oh, if he boots.
Could be.
Sawneyrath also getting that 700 bag, but he's spending it on not magic. I think he's gotta spend some. Oh no, he's ordinarily I like this sort of attack heavy routing, but I mean I guess 700 bags are completely free, so
yeah, he's doing my favorite thing.
Magic if he wants.
Yeah, he's doing my favorite thing and just exploiting the orange moblin swarm. Small drop pool. If 700 point P bags seem to be the norm in the small drop pool, so why not? Easy levels.
Oh, he must have found Bago already. I totally missed that.
Yeah. I think he just ran into him, really.
Yeah, I mean, that also works, but Chadbert just gonna start doing palaces. I didn't catch with this one, but presumably it's Palace 1. I don't know if you... I think doing Palace 4 without Reflect would be a bit crazy, but...
Yeah, I don't think he's that adventurous. Yeah, so it's gotta be P1.
But with Glove in any key, basically absolutely nothing stopping you from doing P1. I guess we could have... I mean, he can cast fairies, so we can't even have a fairy requirement, so just be able to list through this no problem. Yeah, confirmation on P1 here with the windows. Sawneyrath finds Pillar P Bag Cave and yet more 700 bags.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, just these small enemies out here in the overworld are just... absolutely, and especially at a 6-gemmer, they're going to be at very high levels coming into GP. So it's just going to be a question of, and then boots for Sawny, so really kind of the end of overworld exploration. All he really needs to do is go east and get some of the spell items, but... At a certain point, it's just how fast can you blast some palaces.
Hang on, to refresh, I was a little bit behind. Hang on 1 second. Alright, it seems about right now. Okay. So I got, Sawny and Magic Container Cave now.
Yep, he's just gonna presumably check all these overworld caves. I mean, especially when you're just getting more and more and more 700 bags for free. They appear to be a very common drop from the small enemies. I mean, you might as well keep doing your overworld just so by the time you hit palaces, you're level 1 billion. We got some people rooting for both runners. I think I was saying to Sawneyrath earlier, I'm rooting for him because I can't catch the race tomorrow. So
yeah, I'll be at work myself. I want to. I mean, I'll be listening to it, but I can't be here for it, unfortunately. But oh well.
Well, we'll see who gets the win. Sawneyrath found Maze Island in a cave, and then the bridge does lead east.
Okay.
So still no idea where the raft goes, but I think at this point it's either redundant or it leads to Death Mountain. Man, Tripper's dropping 200-point Doom Knockers in case experience wasn't free enough in the seed.
This is... wow. Okay. It's just raining experience, literally.
And Chadbert having a bit of a time finding his way around this P1. A bit long as far as P1s go, but I mean, he's getting a ton of experience. Yeah, no, the raft does lead to Death Mountain, and that's going to be enough of that for Sawneyrath. Not interested in DM. Why would you be?
No, there can't be anything in there unless the medicine was in there, and I totally missed what the hint was for that. But
yeah, barring
I don't think it
needing
is.
a hammer for one of the required spell items on the east. I think we're.
Yeah.
I guess we could some containers, some magic containers might be helpful. We could have basement blocking us, but
it's a mountainous death mountain, and those are just awful. Those can be awful sometimes.
yeah.
Already had a boulder block cave. Looks like it's probably a connector, though. It's leading upwards. So,
Yeah.
Looks like hammers probably just don't really care about it. So, this is P1 that Sawney's going into.
I see what's happening.
That Chad is...
He is in P. Remember how I said I had missed what the spell item hint was for Reflect? The
P4.
medicine's in P4. Yeah,
That's what it was.
I had said that Chadbert would be crazy for going into P4, but we got a forced double dip on P4 here. That's why when Chadbert went up that elevator, he immediately took a left instead of the right, because he was looking for item rooms, and left is a lot more common. But yeah, so Chadbert picks up the medicine, gonna grab that bag, just pick up this level before he obeys.
I hate it and I love it at the same time. Because my very first tournament race was a forced... had to get the child out of P4 to get Reflect to beat that palace. It's like, I got so turned around there. It was my
it doesn't happen
first tournament race years ago.
It doesn't happen that much in Max Rando, just because Reflect is not required so much of the time. You know, we could do fewer palaces. But yeah, no, when we got 6 gems, and this is just a thing that's going to happen about, 1 in 20, 1 in 30, somewhere in that range. I guess.
Right.
Not like unheard of, but a relative rarity. Chadbert decided to just get it out of the way as soon as possible because he's going to do it eventually, so he'll have his Reflect in just a bit.
Yeah, it's right there. Might as well get some exploration into 4. And I don't know if he found Karok at all, but
he didn't. But he had explored enough of the palace. I think he knows.
Right.
I don't think there was too many more remaining rooms, so he knows where to go. Probably, or at the very least, where it's likely to be. Sawneyrath in actual P1 just finds a loop, and he's gonna backtrack. Did he not get downstab?
He didn't go into Mito at all. He actually didn't enter anything.
He definitely stepped into it, but
he saw it was Reflect, and he stepped right back out.
Yeah. So, with him not having that hint, it might be a bit spooky because it is actually in pretty much the last place you'd look. I have to imagine he's gonna go get down stab eventually. You don't want to double dip, but I feel like you gotta go get that hint at some point, and down stab's gonna help a lot regardless.
Yeah. I think he was trying to save time because he was still at Magic 1, couldn't cast Fairy anyway. So
He's definitely
come back and get it later.
He definitely passed having any sort of level issues now. So.
Oh, he's good now. Yeah.
Very, very smooth item picker from Sawneyrath, saving a solid half second or two.
Mm-hmm. Very efficient.
Chadbert, what it looks like back into P4. Just get this whole thing out of his way.
Yeah, I think he found a loop from his first trek into P4, so it's a little windy.
Yeah, it looks like he's just real quick checking something, making sure to route. But yeah, I think it's right, and then down here, and then right. Yeah.
There we go. Alright, one of the rare times you see the harder Karok in Max Rando. Is a 6-gemmer.
4 tends to be, if you're gonna skip a palace, 4 tends to be pretty popular to skip, and then
4 and 5,
also 5 especially. You'd skip 6 if you knew it was 6, but you'd end up doing it a lot of the time because you think it's 3.
Chad was in 4, the whole time.
Yeah,
because he had that hint.
Yeah, medicine in 4 to get reflect is a required double dip, so it took Chadbert a while, but it's 100% required, so not gonna hurt. And yeah, as expected, Sawneyrath picked up his down stab, got his hint on the way, so now he's aware of the absolute monstrosity that you have to do in P4, and probably gonna see him head that way next.
So yeah, now Chad's not looking too bad. He just needs to do some overworld stuff, and P1, he's right back in it.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty standard. Just both players do a thing and then they flip, and we're gonna just do the thing that the other person was doing. We got Sawneyrath gonna do his double dip at P4, and Chadbert check overworld. The only possible swing on this is a question of who's gonna route P4 more efficiently. Is Chadbert kind of 100%ed it? This is a bit unfortunate for Chadbert. He did not find his boots prior to going east.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That could be a concern because the water tile is basically right there at the start, or if that doesn't end up being, it's all about where the trophy is, right? Sawneyrath picked up an extra magic container. He picked up the boots, so he's got extra options as far as trying to find that trophy.
Let's see, I think I saw a 3-eyed rock up there, but they already had the flute, so that's kind of a null point there.
Yeah, is this vanilla like? What even is this on?
I'm volcano.
Oh, volcano. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's volcano. You see the splashes of lava everywhere. That's gonna be your volcano. But there is a Kazuto, hidden Kazuto spot there.
And 3-eyed rock. Not a Wilson encounter for once, but
oh, thank goodness.
Not what Chadbert's looking for. What he's looking for is, of course, trophy and palaces, and P2 gonna be on that list.
Alright. Sawneyrath found the item way quicker than Chadbert did.
Yeah. And so it's just a question of whether he'll find the boss quickly as well.
I'm sure, yeah.
Is he just gonna try and find it while he's here, or I don't know where Sonny's going.
Not sure. I would have obeyed by now, I think, but
yeah. Chadbert, it made sense. He killed the blue iron knuckle just to get a level, and then left immediately after. Maybe Sawneyrath also trying to finish up this level, but I don't know if I feel like he'd be killing these enemies if he's trying to finish a level.
Speaking of hammer,
I mean,
two hammer.
Great to get the hammer right next to the hidden Kazuto location. You can just check it on the way out.
Oh, that's lovely. And if it is a new Kazuto or even sunken P-bag cave, could have that trophy in it. Absolutely.
Sawneyrath finally gives up on whatever he was doing and says, "Wait a second, I should just go get reflect."
I think he woke up a little bit.
Yeah, there's some value in like doing a little exploration, see if you can find where the boss is. But I mean, you're gonna have to come back and do it anyway.
Yeah. Especially if you have to traverse go through a 3-screen town and then go right back into 4. Like, yeah, unless you're looking for a level, there's really no point in doing that.
Meanwhile, P2 being like it usually is, just kind of being deceptively long. Chadbert's been on a pretty long, not very forky path where you just sort of keep going and be like, man, where's this boss? There are a lot of glove blocks. I think all of these palaces have been glove blocked so far, but runners starting with the glove means that they don't actually care.
Yeah, the randomizer doesn't care either. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna flood the whole thing with glove blocks. That'd be great.
Yeah, it doesn't intentionally try to create a bunch of blocks for things you already have, but if you start with it, it definitely it just doesn't care and can slap a million of them in without causing use. The way the randomizer works, the palaces are actually generated up front. Well, the starting items are determined, and then the palaces are determined, and then the overworld is determined in all the locations. So.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's not any kind of like bias on that. It's just kind of random chance. Chadbert basically exactly gets this level here, so he can take a double, get attack 5. Yeah, Helmet Head hits surprisingly hard if you touch him. But okay, there's the Wilson hiding behind the hidden casino location. Yeah, if you touch Helmet Head, he kind of hurts. But his bullets do basically nothing. If you're gonna get hit, get shot, don't touch the helmet.
Yeah, the eye beams hurt a lot more than the flying helmet beams, if you will. They hurt a lot more anyway. From my past experience, anyway.
That's a weird volcano opening.
This is a very free one, and then the actual Death Valley's right behind it. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. I didn't quite get enough experience for level. I'm going to try and get it here, and he does.
Very nice.
Yeah, so Sawneyrath spent, I would say, at least a minute, if not 2, less in P4. But the big question is going to be at this point, did, Chadbert's still like a palace, and about a half a palace ahead, I'd say.
Yeah.
And so the question is just going to be, will the extra things that Sawneyrath picked up help him to catch up or not? And
yeah,
I mean, it's
gonna be it's gonna be hard, especially if the trophy's on the water tile too.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking as well. Is if the trophy's on the water tile, Sony is hugely ahead. If it's not, then kind of who knows.
Golden Girl, there's actually a list in the Discord. It's in the quote-unquote Hall of Champions channel. I have every champion that we've had in Z2R history, basically.
A very quick P5 for Sawneyrath here in the maze.
Yeah, that was very quick. That means there's a lot of palace behind that Guma, though.
Yeah, thankfully they don't have to do any of it.
No.
Both runners basically at the same time putting their third gem up on the board. And Sony's going left for something. I think it might be just for kicks, because he's got up A. But anyway, we're going to see him east in just a second.
Yeah, boots aren't going to be required until we see that word tell, like you said, yeah.
Yeah, that's the big question. And I think we're going to see a check of it basically immediately from Sawneyrath.
Oh, yeah. Survey says yes, they are required.
All right,
Hard
so...
required. Well, okay, wait, that's not hard required. Because that's thunder.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thunder potentially not required. Reflect was the for sure required one, but still, it's a nice pickup to have. I think if Chadbert doesn't end up getting the boots, he'll probably just go into GP anyway, because might as well. It's a risk, but it's not a huge risk. Right, I'm actually curious what percentage of these non-Thunderbird required seeds have a Thunderbird on the required path. I haven't done any statistics on it ever.
Oh, we finally get a fire instead of dash for once. I think
but
this is the first time in a while we haven't had dash.
Yeah, but it's bad fire.
Yeah, well...
So he is doesn't have spell, doesn't have the 7 required containers, doesn't care about bad fire, and just immediately leaves. Yet another immediate glove block for Chadbert.
Wow. Well, at least it's the P3 room, not the P6 room. That's helpful.
Yeah, the giveaway for regular fire versus linked fire, there's a exclamation point on the sign if it's linked fire, as a way to help you know. But obviously in these max Rando seeds, they started with fire, so you may not know immediately. You might try and test it out and see what it is. Obviously, if it's dash spell, flesh war, significant indicator. But wow, Chadbert with the absolute boss Sparble luck, all right pits.
Wow, very nice, very efficient.
Yep, and very quick palace. P6 off the board.
Yeah, they've all been quick except for P4, but, you know.
Yeah, not a ton you can do about a forced P4 double dip.
No way.
So yeah, and this is what I was saying, you know, if it turns out that the Thunder isn't required, I mean, Chadbert, you know, even though his P4 was a little bit longer, just not doing those overworld checks has got an advantage, and we'll see if he can lean on that all the way into GP.
Well, I think Chad has to go back over to the west anyway for P1. He's probably going to do that last since it's near GP. Yeah. So
yeah, and also the entrance to the maze for
that too.
P5 is sort of just across the river from the start in the west.
Mm-hmm.
We know 5 is going to be quick, and I don't think 1 was that bad.
No, it was pretty quick, too.
I'm curious if one was boots blocked. I know it was on the west, but I don't remember exactly where.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did not see that one. Exactly.
And maybe that's what, because Chadbert's looking just to finish out his east checks, finds the other entrance to DM in that cave. Just a dead end.
It's a good dead end, too.
Yeah, we know that the real entrance to DM is both raft and boots blocked. Chadbert doesn't have. But also, DM looking on the useless side today. So Chadbert gonna pick up Spell. I think he's still looking for that trophy.
Oh yeah, that's got to be what he's looking for. Okay.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Unfortunately,
he's running out of things. He's got to know that it's going to be on the water tile, like now.
Yeah,
unless he's looking for sunken.
Yeah, he hasn't found sunken, but he did find desert. He'll be able to check Spell Tower pretty quickly if he wants, and sunken has to be around here somewhere. Probably right here, right?
No? There.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there?
That makes sense, yeah, just all the way on the coast. I say, he's checked pretty much everywhere here, so...
Yeah, it's gotta be a... No? Okay. Alright. Meanwhile, Sonny's going to place his 5th gem.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Chadbert because now he's spending that time Sawneyrath spent doing overworld checks, except for he's finding a bunch of junk, as opposed to Sawneyrath finding boots.
Oh yeah, this has got to feel bad. This has just got to feel bad. Yeah, Chad has to know he's missing a lot of items in the West. I think he's only picked up maybe 1 or 2 things in the West.
Yeah. I mean, the reasonable hope is that you're going to find some boots, and that's going to make West a lot easier to explore, but unfortunate for him, boots are in the West.
Yeah, I didn't catch how many Granny takes.
7
how many magic
today.
tables. It was a 7. Yeah, that's been the norm lately. Just about.
Looks like a 2-bar life spell from Sawneyrath, if I caught that recovery correctly.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Nah, that's not good.
I don't think it's going to be a huge issue for them because, I mean, almost, unless Sawneyrath wants to burn this last gem, he's going to have life 8 coming in a GP.
There it is, yeah. Okay, there's second. And Shaddy with the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We got a 6-gemmer going on here. Pretty easy. Started with glove and key. And, yeah, really nothing to slow anybody down except for Chad missing the boots. That's really about it.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a loop with a forced double dip in 4, but it was basically right next to start, and they had easy access to a hint for it, so just a bit of a slowdown, not a real monkey wrench.
And everything raining down 700-point P-bags. It's just been just cruising. But we haven't seen GP yet, so we don't know how long it is or how bird infested it is. So
Yeah, Chadbert gonna catch up on gems real quick here. Coming into P5, we know this one was very fast when Sawneyrath did it. I assume you just hold right for a couple rooms near there. a sensible pickup of upstab for Sawneyrath.
Sonny couldn't commit to the super jump. Come on.
I think if you have Fairy, you might as well.
But swag.
Yeah, but I think Fairy saves time over super jump, even if you hit super
It
jump
does.
on the first try. So
It does. It does.
all right, Chadbert v Guma, easy peasy. Turns out attack 6 is good.
I've heard it's cheating, but that's I don't know where I heard that one from.
Okay, and then the big question is where I don't know where exactly on the West P1 was. Sawneyrath got there by booting. I don't know if Chadbert will be able to do the same, or whether he'll check some of these Maze Island spots. It looks like the answer is no.
Oh boy, and he up A's.
Yeah. Barba was pretty quick for Chadbert here. We'll see if Sawneyrath finds the same route. I don't remember what it was. Still a surprisingly large number of stabs to kill Blue Iron Knuckle at attack 6. Oh, it's just completely free. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have Chadbert's luck, but hey, some jackhammering.
Oh yeah.
Gotta see
that's
that
good.
in a bit. Whoa, look at that 2 cycle. Very nice. And the gem was burned. No life aid for us today.
Oh.
Sawneyrath channeling Mirai, just putting his foot on the gas. He's like, if I want to be the champ, I gotta play like the champ.
Oh yeah. Good point. All right. So, okay. Chad finds one. Finally.
Quick detour to pick up Thunder from Sonny. I'm glad that there is a footpath to this without boots for Chadbert. It means he won't be too much further behind coming into GP. He just won't have Thunder Spell. Who picked these flags? I'm sure the world will never know.
Nope. Not telling.
Alright, and as expected, Sawneyrath first one in 36:54.
No, the thing about the flags though, it was a couple of things that I didn't mean to do with the flags that I have to confess. Was like maybe closer to start, I realized that the vanilla shuffled was still on, and I was doing a practice seed, and it's like, why am I getting vanilla shuffled? Like,
I think vanilla shuffle is.
Up.
I think vanilla shuffle is great and should continue to be a part of Max Rando. We don't get to play it that often, and I do really like it.
Oh, I know. Oh, I love it too. I'm just saying it was accidental. That was not on purpose. And
It was an accidental success.
And also the random length GP, I didn't know that's what it was going to do. I didn't know it was a 50-50. I thought it would be just like somewhere in between, or like, I don't know. I didn't know it was a straight hard 50-50 between short and long.
I think it still ends up being sort of equivalent to that thing, right? Where it's it's a really broad range, and you have no idea how long it's going to be.
Right.
Speaking of broad ranges of don't know how long it's going to be, Sawneyrath finds a 4-way, which is traditional in these Max Rando GPs where is Dark Lake going to be in the next room, or are we going to be searching paths for the next 20 minutes? Who knows? Is that a one-shot on Horsehead? 1 or 2? And Chadbert going to be just behind coming in.
Alright, let's go.
Although we'll take Chadbert a little longer to get to GP just because he has to cross the river.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not that long. Well, it is the 2-spot bridge, and he remembers that he can't ferry feet that part. Thankfully. Because I would not have remembered and I would have screwed it up.
I have done that so many times.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Sawneyrath found a drop, which has taken him to somewhere.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Somewhere. Oh, well, okay, it took him to Dark Link.
We've had so many of these like random anticlimactic GPs, as is traditional for for Max Rando, but the Dark Link being the decider is going to mean that we're going to have our new champion in just a bit here, assuming Sawneyrath doesn't get hit any more times.
Once Dark Link starts cooperating and stops jumping all over the place.
I appreciate the safety casts of life. Don't want to take a death here.
That was funny.
All right, and with an official time, 40 minutes, 45 seconds. Our new champ, Sawneyrath11.
GG's in.
It's a GG's, yep.
GG's in for the new Max Rando champion. Oh, man.
Did that really just happen?
It did.
Sure.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
I know we were talking about this quite some time ago, and it seems to become very real very fast.
No kidding there.
Oh, we were like, where'd that drop go? I don't know, it went somewhere, and I went to Dark Link. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding there. I saw that drop and I was like, I expect to get sent back to the start of the palace, and then I find Dark Link and I'm like, no, this can't be happening.
Oh, man.
The drops, could do absolutely anything. And they can also take you directly to where you want to go. Now we're going to see you gambling on drops forever.
Maybe.
Yeah, this was kind of a baby seed for babies at the beginning. You started with Glove and Eddie Key and Fairy Spell, and then P4 threw you for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah, so I grabbed the medicine out of P4 after getting the hint and continued off to the right just to be like, okay, if Karok is just directly off to the right, then I know exactly where he is. I can come back in, go straight to him, and just call it good. But instead, he wasn't just directly off to the right. It was up and to the left on, I think it was the first elevator.
Yeah, Chadbert had taken, he had done more exploration in P4 just from not finding the item as quickly, and so he was able to find the boss real quickly afterward. But you probably gained a little bit of time in P4, but I think one of the big deciding factors was early on in the race, you did a bunch of extra overworld routing in the west, found the boots, sort of cleared out the rest of the west. Chadbert never found the boots. He still does not have boots.
Oh my goodness.
And he just went straight east and started doing palaces. And for a while, he was like between half a palace and a palace ahead of you just because he was just putting his foot on the gas. And then, unfortunately, spent some time in the east looking for trophy. His re-clear of the west was a little longer. He didn't have the boots, and he was about 2 minutes behind you coming into GP, and unfortunately, that's kind of all GP was.
Yeah, because this GP went very, very quickly.
Speaking of very, very quickly, Chadbert, who took a different route into GP, has found his way to Dark Link not too much slower.
It was a tad, just maybe a little bit longer, I think. Not
Yeah,
significant at all, though.
he went all the way down the elevator and went right from there, and it took him to the top end of that elevator instead of the drop, taking you to the left end of it. But get your GGs in chat for Chadbert.
Nice. GG.
GG's.
GG, dude. Holy crap.
That was a blitz seed.
It really was, and the difference for you and I was the boots.
I don't think there's... did you try searching for the item for Thunder?
Yes, it was on the water tile.
Okay. In that case, then yes, that was the difference. Because I searched a few other locations for it, without any luck. Whereas the water tile was right there. If the boots were... Where were the boots?
They were in, I want to say, Pillar P-Bag Cave.
Okay.
Yeah,
which was on the other side of Saria.
I checked one cave and the grass tile on the west. That was it.
That means you probably went through the double bridge on the start.
Yes. Very through. So I only did one side of it.
That's fair.
Yep. That was the difference. Boots in that one cave, and then you get the item for Thunder, and I don't do 3 minutes of digging. I'm okay with that.
These palaces, excluding 4, were so fast!
Yes, 4 was the only real palace in this one. 4 was just like, you have to dig 4 for the item before you can go back and find the boss. I found the boss before I found the item. I'm like, come on.
2 was a little bit trolly. 2 wasn't super speedy, but yeah, everything else was... 5 was nothing, and 6 was
5 was
3.
5 was literally just... okay, here's Guma. Have fun. And yeah, 6, 3 rooms. I was like, huh? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's good. That means that... Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We put so much practice in for this
I never want to
tournament.
see Chaos Biome again.
Agreed. That was not exactly the... I kind of regretted that one.
It has some
I really enjoyed it.
It has some
You know
pros.
what? Let's try this. Huh.
I think it's
was,
very cool, but definitely not an always thing.
It was very interesting, but I agree with it not being an always thing. Though I had a lot of fun with it. I have had so much fun with this tournament as a whole. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this because I joined Upstarts last year. And now it's this. I can't even right now.
There's parity in this now.
There is.
Alright, well, I don't have anything else other than congratulations to both of you for an absolutely great tournament.
Yeah, congratulations. Really, both of you. Really, mostly Sawneyrath for winning the championship, but Chadbert for coming this far as well. I mean, y'all put on just a show, especially for finals. I wish we could have gone to Game 5, but that's just me.
It's all right. It's all right.
We wanted to go to Game 5, but we also did not want the set ending with a sweep. We got one of the two.
Yeah. That's totally understandable there.
And I got to have a finals race where I won it without the gloves, so There's
Yes,
that.
you did.
Yes.
That game too.
Oh, we've had a lot of milestones in this one, haven't we? All right.
We have.
Oh man, but yeah, this was superb. Got upstarts coming up. We got a couple other things that I want to do, and we'll reveal in due time. But yeah, for now, I think this is not a huge tournament, but hey, it was a very, very competitive tournament. Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was filled to the brim with the top players.
Oh,
Minus
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, it was just that was a lot of really good players to get through.
Mm-hmm. Here, absolutely.
No kidding there on a lot of really good players to get through. A lot of very, very tough matchups that they really could have gone either way. And it just shows that the overall community, we help each other so much to improve each other's skills within the rando. And you can do this very, very, I will say it in air quotes, easily, but it's going to take practice.
I mean, if anyone wants to get into the randomizer and get some practice under their feet and learn from the community and have some fun with the game, now is basically the best possible time to do that. We've got our yearly Upstarts tournament for new players coming up, and just hop on into the Discord and try it out.
Yep, absolutely. I think the signups close in a couple weeks, I believe. And yeah, the 19th, I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about it,
19th is
join
Wednesday.
in. It doesn't hurt if you realize that you're not ready for it. You can do it next time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and we'll help you learn everything along the way.
You don't need an encyclopedia of tricks to be competitive. Like Link to the Past.
It's a very small handful of tricks at that.
Fairy Feet is useful but not required. Saves 10 seconds. That's it.
Thereabouts.
I won't bring up the other feet one at this time.
We don't talk about the feet.
Yes,
Yeah, Link feet.
the feet of Link.
I will say Chroma actually made a very good video to show how to do Link feet, and I learned from that video. So I have to give him a huge thank you for that.
Yep, and just know that Link Feet is going to be one that requires knowing the sprite. So,
Exactly.
Mhm. But I think I've said all I need to say. Elendar, do you have anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Or just congratulations, Sawny and Chadbert, for giving Sawny a run for his money. Basically.
he had to go fast.
I
When
had to
I was
go-
there if he messed up.
I
was
had
there.
to go really fast.
hmm
Alright, so I guess we can turn over to Tom for helping us put this on. I'll say, I do want to give a huge amount of thanks to ZSR for putting up with us, basically. Because, yeah, without this, we couldn't distribute, give the word out on the randomizer, and that's one of the biggest things I love, is getting the word out, word of mouth, and through these restreams is great. So thank you, ZSR and the restreamers, Tom, VXR, and I know I'm missing a whole bunch of people, but I'll probably do that during my address whenever I do that on the Discord. My end of tournament address, I guess.
Yeah, no reason to put you on the spot right now.
Oh no, it's early for me, but yeah, my mind's still going a mile a minute.
It's about midnight here, so congratulations. Great race to watch. Thank you everyone for coming out to watch. Thank you to our comments for commenting, our tracker for tracking, and our runners for running. Great time. I'm going to raise this over to Kadax Yomi, who is playing Z2. I think he's just playing the normal version. I think this is his first time playing. So I figure you're somebody with a relatively low viewer count to love here. So I'm going to send you guys over that way. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Clear?
All right.
Holy fuck.
You legit beat me on that one. GG's.
GG's, I am shaking so much right now.
I can imagine. I was doing that after coming back and beating Patrick.
I haven't been shaking this hard